Hello guys, welcome to my channel Better Talent. Today we're gonna talk about very interesting topic, application management and its benefits. So what is the application management? Application management can be considered as like how to manage application or services or API at a project level, team level, or a function or at organization level. So function is just like maybe it could be your business unit or maybe any department in your company. And what do you mean by like application? What I'm trying to say here, what is application? Application can be considered as an independent deployable unit in most of the scenarios. So let's say it could be Java application, it could be .NET application, or it could be Python scripts. So all these kind of things can be considered as an application. So problem context, why we should consider this. So like I would like to ask few questions to you, or you can ask to yourself, do we know how many application services or API are developed and operating in your project, team or function or at enterprise level? Maybe like we might be knowing, okay, in project level, okay, I have 3 or 4 services which we are developing, but what happens after, let's say, you are moved into another project and after 2 years you don't know like how many services are there. Maybe someone other team have done some work in that. So this kind of information are generally not consolidated in any enterprise. I haven't seen so far. I'm working in this industry from last 15 years. So you might like know at team level, but definitely at function level this kind of information are missing, and at enterprise level completely, I can guarantee you I haven't seen any organization. And another question is, do we really need it? So we will go through all the question and then we have to ask ourselves, do we really need it or not? Okay, so maybe one another thing is like, do we know which application are directly serving our customer and which are supporting services? So it's kind of like you are categorizing the applications. If this kind of information are not well managed in an enterprise, then below question can be very difficult to answer. So like few question I will gonna discuss over here, like which application are still relevant and useful for business, which application or services can be decommissioned. So we might be like our engineering teams might be still deploying them and continuing and maintaining them, but do we really need to do that? We need to do all this kind of analysis. Do we need to, how we are planning like which application need to be modernized, right? So what is our strategy behind that? So all these kind of questions are always enterprises have to answer at certain point of time. Which application are going to be non-compliant in next quarter, maybe next quarter and next 6 months, like maybe they're like supporting libraries like are not going to be supported by the third party providers, or maybe we need to upgrade to a next version, like the current version might not be supported and we might go out of compliance. So these kind of things are very difficult to find the answer. And this is not an exhaustive list, so it's like there are so many questions, so it's just few example I am giving here. So how we can do that? So we maybe we can capture like these following attributes in Excel file or any other tool to do some analysis. So I will show you that I have prepared one sample Excel file. So this is not like very like exactly defined file, so you can change based on your needs and what makes sense and doesn't make sense to you, but this is my like high level thinking or draft. So something like that can be developed in an organization and definitely can be leveraged to find all those kind of answer. Like okay, so let's start with this sample. So I can have like, okay, application name, services API name, and which product capability or project capability it's delivering, Then we can have like technical capability. So sometimes we have application which doesn't like giving any business capability, but they are required for technical capability. So like Splunk, we can say like this provide us a capability of like monitoring and logging for in-house developed applications, so something like that. And this business function is, I'm trying to say like, okay, this is uh, could be your team name, or this could be your function name. So you can put organize this column based on like how is your company is structured. And like this question, do we still need it? So this matrix set of question you have to develop yourself within your company. Okay, how how we are making sure like, okay, any application do we still need or not. So this one you can give some high level, okay, functional requirement, what that application is delivering. So you can give just high level reference over here, so but still you can maintain all these functional requirement whatever is your current process. And non-functional requirement is also like security, reliability, performance, operability. So all these kind of things also you can maintain outside of this Excel file, whatever is your current process at the moment. And these kind of analysis are done by like security is done by security engineer or security architect. So these other things are done by like architects or senior developer or senior engineers, whoever is in your team. And like data management, okay, this application is storing data in which database, is it storing in any file system, all those kind of things, how those are done. And you can come up with the roadmap. So you can keep like just reference for technical roadmap and product roadmap. So these two things gonna come up from this thing, like functional, like product feature roadmap is gonna come from this column, and then technical roadmap is gonna come from this analysis. And then you can define a technical stack also. Then you can define what is the source code repo, where the source code is there for this application. You can maintain like links to your like application dev, test, or prod environment. So let's say if any engineer or technical people is joining, and if they want to play with those applications, they can just come over here and click, okay, how I can play with the existing application to understand them more better. And you just feel free, if you want to give link to any other documentation or any material which belongs to this application, and feel free, you can like tweak this Excel file which makes sense to you, you can remove which doesn't make sense to you. So it's like a conceptual idea, it's not a like well defined framework or anything. It's a direction I'm sharing about over here. So once this is done, so now like what are the benefits of application management? So like technical strategy. So the main benefit you're gonna get, okay, so once you are doing the analysis of all the non-functional requirement, okay, is application is fully secured, is it meeting all our security standard, or do we need to enhance the performance scalability of this application? And do we want to like maintainability, can refer to a like refactoring, all these kind of things. Do we, is it meeting like compliance requirement, is it application is still in compliance? So by looking at all these kind of dimension, you can come up with a technical strategy for that application. And then you can join like multiple application and come up with a technical strategy, okay, this is what we want to do. And if you need any new product capability, you can also add into that, okay, we need to develop few more application to achieve some business goals also. Okay, and then coming to the next benefit, identify technology investment. So you can very easily come out once you have the effort for all these things. So you can generally very quickly come up with, okay, how much effort will be required high level and how much investment will be required for that thing. The next benefit is get rid of waste. This one is like helping in identifying which application can be decommissioned so that resource and can be released and consumed for other projects. So this question answer you can get from this column analysis. Okay, do we still need it? So application splitting, so identify which application are good candidate for split or refactoring to avoid monolithic system. So this information you can get from this column. So like design, does it need a design refactoring? So generally this kind of work is done by senior engineers, principal engineers, or architect. Identifying new solution building blocks, so like if any team want to develop any product capability or any new feature, so they can always come back to this um, template and see okay which services exist already. So this is how it can be leveraged, and there could be like multiple other benefit for this application management. So it's also not a exhaustive list at the moment over here. Okay, so I'm gonna put my YouTube video link in this, and this is the non-functional requirement. So if you want to see like what are the non-functional requirement, just a minute, sorry. So yeah, so this is the non-functional requirement. So this one I have given the link for. It's a open agile architecture non-functional requirement. So this is very good documentation what we should cover in a security and what we should cover in the maturity, recoverability. So you can go through all these things to come up with a technical strategy to make your system more reliable. And then this is the application management sample file. So once you will be clicking over here, so you will be able to, you can download this Excel file from this link. Alright, yeah, I think that's all about this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, give us a like. Thank you so much.